K-Sports. Thursday Hoops. It'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Philadelphia 76ers. And now, out to Philadelphia with Kevin Harlan and the 2K crew for today's broadcast.
And the players getting together for a little chat as we're just about ready to get going here. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burke will be along, too, from the sideline. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And, guys, what are you going to be looking for in this one from Kuminga?
Oh, man, he's on the highlight reel every night. And if you're guarding the rim defensively and he's coming at you, look out.
And, Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the court, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season.
Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
And over the course of last season, they dropped the majority of their games when facing this team.
And the Bulls start out with the ball. It's Pippen with the drive. Lopez. That's good. You know, going back to Steve's point, this series was not one of the highlights of the season last year.
Yeah, Kev, you wouldn't expect them to come out on the wrong end of that series, but it happened that way, and we'll see what happens going forward.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Passes it, Kuminga. No good. Excellent D from Williamson. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
Philadelphia with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Kicks it to George. Wide open. It's rebounded by Robertson. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
The 76ers off to a slow start. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Bird. Jump shot is good that time.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. This is the first game of the season against one of the more seasoned defensive teams in the league. And he said, we've got to be patient offensively and not just settle for the shots they'll allow. It's all about making the simple pass, the extra pass, and moving off the ball. Basketball 101, guys. Back to you.
And Doris, as always, thank you. So, Steve, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
Yeah, I do. I mean, a huge part of your game plan has to be focused on their D. And I think he's right to put that much emphasis on it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys because they are that good defensively. So you've got to worry about that and game plan for that. And then trust that your guys will execute what needs to be done.
Here's Pippen, following the basket by Larry Bird. There's the triple. Pippen, no luck. The 76ers trail by 5. Harden right side. 11 feet away. The shot is off. Lopez, a screen on Harden. He dishes it to Robertson. Rozier. He kicks it to Pippen. Bulls moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Get the shot. And the rejection by Harden. On the wing, George. There's the pass booming out. Back to George. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 5. Pass to Pippen. Rozier lets the 3 fly. And good on the basket. Book it. He's got 8.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the 3.
Harden, the pass roaming out. Now the dish to Malone. And that is good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Rozier, defended by George. Pass to Williamson. There's the feed to Robertson. And the pass to Williamson. Defended by Kuminga. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Count that one. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Lopez a screen. Robertson with it. Guarded now by Larry Bird. Outside Pippen. Dishes it to Robertson. And the shot is long. The 76ers trail by 6. And George kicks to Harden. George. That doesn't go either for George.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Feeds it to Robertson. Rozier. Back to Robertson. Pass to Pippen. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Pippen's got himself on the board with 3 there. And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here.
He's definitely shaken up. They're using the timeout to let their trainer take a look at it.
With a break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. 4th, the Bulls.
Boy, I thought, Kevin, they had great productivity from their shooters last year. The guys they were counting on to knock down a high percentage of their shots, they did that. And they hope to see those same kinds of numbers this year.
The 76ers trail by 9. Pass to Payne. He feeds it to Bird. Low block shot on the way. And the shot is good. Bird's got 6.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
Bird against Pippen. Kicks to McCollum. Back to Pippen. He dishes it to Robertson. He passes it to Pippen. Another 3 for Chicago.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
Up top, Bird. Zubek. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
You know, one other thing you have to appreciate when it comes to him is his skill on the low block. Terrific footwork, nice up and under fakes, and he's got a tremendously soft touch.
And the first one drops. Bulls making a switch here. Iyenga's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Lowry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The 76ers trail by 12. Dosunmu, defended by McCollum. Launches a three. Payne's shot is good.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now here is Lowry. He kicks to McCollum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. McCollum's got his first 2 points. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And stolen by Kabongo. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. McCollum kicks to Koloko. The dish to McCollum. Lowry. Here's Koloko. Good work defensively by Terry.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Payne passes to Batum. Terry outside. A three ball. That's good. Terry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like.
Passes it to Struz. Here's Koloko. Terry covering. The feed to McCollum. Pocket 6. But they'll get another chance. And the basket by Kabongo. And the Bulls lead by 10.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Outside, Batum. Terry. On the wing, Terry. Now the pass to Payne. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter.
Watch outside.
6 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Batum for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Ianga dishes to McCollum. Fires the 3. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Bulls lead by 10. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Coming up next Sunday night, December 10th, the Orlando Magic go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Live from San Antonio. Don't miss out.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
And it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice low post presence, which always tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
The 76ers trail by 10, so the Bulls 5 right now. Cohen is out there with Lowry, and it's Ianga in at the 3 slot. Dosunmu buries the long-range jumper.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Dishes to McCollum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. McCollum's got 5.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Back to Batum. 76ers moving the ball around. Takes the 3. Cannot hit. Nice D from Champagnie.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Payne. Now recovering. Tice. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action. Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. First in three-point field goal percentage. First in free throw shooting. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Not bad for a team that's got an awful lot of young, talented players.
And I think what really stands out is the spacing offensively. Clark, you talked about the three-point percentage, #1 in the league. That doesn't happen unless you have good flow and good spacing offensively. This team really spread the defense out on a nightly basis, and as a result, they were a nightmare to guard.
Feeds it, Struz. Rozier. Into Brook Lopez. That's good.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. George with the ball. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Houston.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The Bulls leading by 10. Now McCollum, 7 points in the game. Rozier. Three-pointer. And the Bulls another three.
This is tough to stop if you're the defense. I mean, they've been absolutely on fire from behind that three-point line, and the way they space the floor, it's hard to get to those shooters.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor. Great job taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. The Bulls making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The 76ers trail by 14. Bird, Lopez covering. A nice shot by Bird. Bird's got 8. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And you see a player have to come out of a game like this. I mean, you just hope for the best.
That's exactly right. You do hope for the best. You cross your fingers, say a prayer, and hope it's nothing major. We'll see what the update is here shortly.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Iyenga's checked in, and Scottie Pippen is subbed in for McCollum. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Robertson against George. 17-foot shot on the way. And Bird gets it to go on the assist by George.
Yeah, one of the great shooters in the history of the game, Kevin. He was just so good. And it wasn't just the shooting stroke. It was the ability to get that shot off despite a lack of great athleticism. But he had that high release, and he used his body, used angles to get the shot off anytime he wanted.
It really was a big part of why he had such phenomenal shooting percentages his whole career. I mean, he just never went cold. And, of course, late in games, he would heat up and become basically unstoppable.
Pippen against Bird. Shoots. And that one's good by Pippen. Pippen's got 8.
This is really the story of the game here. They've been excellent from behind the arc.
George passes Kuminga. Back to George. Pass to Malone. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
I thought they did a better job of getting it inside in the first. I mean, they were conscious of throwing that ball in the paint and attacking the rim.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Free throw drops from Malone. The Bulls leading by 7. Robertson outside. Pass to Pippen. Unloads. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Robertson's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, George. George double teamed. Here's the 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Bonga got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Wide open look. Cannot hit.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
And George, here we go. And that one's drained from the low block. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. Rozier, defended by George. Back to Robertson. Rozier, 3-pointer. James Harden with the rebound. Puts the lead pass in front of him. There's the bucket. Good. And now just a 5-point Bulls lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range. He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
And the 76ers call time here. Well, let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. Second is Paul George.
Those are some tremendous athletes, as we're used to seeing at that spot on the floor. You know, they can pretty much all give phenomenal individual performances on any given night.
And most nights, that's exactly what they do. Every team wants and needs scoring from the small forward position. And all of the players on that list provide.
He feeds it to Lopez. And it's off from 3-point range. The 76ers trail by 8. Harden outside. Bird right side. Back to Harden. Kicks it to George. 6 on the shot clock. Drops in the tray. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
It's Pippen with the drive. Lopez, he's covered by Malone. The jump hook, that's good. 16 points for him.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Robertson against Harden. George passes Coleman down. Misses the 3. Chicago leading by 7. Rozier, Bird covering. The 3, Pippen. No luck. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Chicago making a switch here. Philadelphia's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And George kicks to Bird. Back to George. The tray. It's rebounded by Williamson.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Here's Pippen. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Pippen's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And George, here we go. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
Robertson is double. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Just 5 to shoot. Rose here. Misses off the left iron. The 76ers trail by 7. On the wing, Bird. He dishes it to George. "17 seconds left to play here in the half. Lets it go. Here's Malone, and he lays it straight in. Malone's got 9.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Bulls leading by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hello and welcome. We've got a great one underway at Wells Fargo Center. At the midway point, the Bulls are playing very well. They're in the zone offensively, and when you got it going on like they do, it's going to be so much fun. For Scottie Pippen, things are certainly going his way against the 76ers D. He has 12 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. On the 76ers side of things, they're managing to hang around. Just one win away from moving into the 8th place in the conference, and they're definitely motivated. It's Paul George leading them in scoring. He's got 12 points and has been grabbing a few rebounds, too. Some close games out there. Let's get to them. For the Raptors over at Air Canada Center, they're trailing to Charlotte. Still a 2-point game in that one in the 4th quarter of play. Looking now at games coming up later. The Jazz will square off against the Trailblazers in Portland. A look now at some games that are already in the books. The Nuggets winning against the Knicks in New York. They stay hot. That's 6 wins in their last 7 tries. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The 76ers trailing. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Harden. He's out there with Paul George. Moses Malone out there with Bird. And it's Kuminga in at the 4 slot. The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Malone.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Robertson outside. He passes to Williamson. He kicks it to Pippen. The dish to Robertson. Back to Pippen. Rose here. Jacks up a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Harden's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Passes it to Malone. Lays out. There's the steal. It's Pippen on the way. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Bulls shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the technical free throw is good. Lopez dishes to Robertson. Rose here. There's the three. Can't get it to go. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. George passes to Malone. Back to George. Good. He hits the jump shot. George has got 14 points. Chicago leading. Now here's Pippen. He's got 12. Here's Robertson. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Robertson's got his second basket of the game.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Here's Bird. And it's good.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Robertson kicks to Pippen. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Roaming out, defended by Williamson. Harden dishes to George. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. George has got 4 this quarter.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Chicago calls timeout. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The 76ers #1.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Tries to save it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Let's check out the numbers for Paul George. Great year for him last year. First in steals. He was 8th in scoring. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league as well. So this is a guy who had a lot of double-figure nights on the glass.
And, you know, going back to what you said earlier, I mean, he was a flat-out thief on defense. One of those guys that took your lunch money. Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
The pass rolling up. And there's the feed to Bird. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The shot by George, no good.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
Robertson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Back to Robertson. Fires the 3. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Inside, here's Williamson, and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. That free throw, no good. Chicago making a switch here. And he sinks the second. And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 6. There's a good screen. Nice shot by Terry. Terry's got 5.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Lowry drawing the double team. Williamson, the pass to Pippen. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Larry Bird.
Looking at the game Pippen has been having, he has 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
That free throw good from Pippen. And the 76ers making a change here. And both free throws good for Pippen. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Payne. While recovering. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. The 76ers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Well, one of the highlights last season, this team shot the ball extremely well from the stripe. Huge factor.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Paul George, he's checked in for the 76ers. That one misses.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter.
Pippen against Terry for three. And Scottie Pippen with the three. Pippen's got 7 points for the quarter. The 76ers trail by 8. Pass to Payne. Back to George. Let's go. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it. Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Here's Terry. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Terry's got 7.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
That is good.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
A shot by Batum, no good. The Bulls leading by 11. And here's McCollum. He's got 7.
You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
Payne. Shot is no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
That's been so critical, Clark, because whenever they have gotten the ball into the paint, it's resulted in points, it seems like.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more. Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. 4th in field goal percentage, 5th in free throw percentage, and they were in the top 10 in steals as well. I mean, this is a team that really gets after people defensively. Deflections, pressure on the ball, all of that leads to steals.
I think what jumped out to me was the shooting more than anything, Clark, because this is a team in the top 5 in field goal percentage, and they were very unselfish. They were efficient offensively, constantly looking for every good shot available.
Dishes it to George. Feeds it to Bird. Back to George. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Looking at the game for George, 16 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
And he hits the first of three.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Good on the second free throw.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
And he makes all three.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
Pass to Williamson. Rozier. Off target from three-point range.
Now it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Bird outside. From past the arc. Oscar Robertson with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 10. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Robertson's got 6 points. Here's George. 19 points in the game. Back to Bird. Outside, George. Passes combing up. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Clock at 6. And George kicks to Bird. Stolen by McCollum. To the middle. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 9.
Well done, finishing that one off.
The 76ers trail by 14. Rolling up, defended by Williamson. 1:51 left in the third quarter. And here's George for 3. Gets it to go. George has got 22.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
McCollum dishes to Robertson. Rozier takes a 3. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to George. Into Malone. Puts up the baby hook. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
And this set of guys can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. And that damage isn't just limited to one part of the court.
Yeah, you kicked that one right between the uprights, Steve. As small forwards, they're called on to cover a lot of distance at the defensive end. A lot of ground they need to cover. Those steals have come from everywhere.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for Chicago. And so he makes both from the line. .115 left to play in the third. It's Pippen on the wing. Bird covering. Puts it up from 17. Another one falls for Chicago.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And the 76ers call time here. You look at Scottie Pippen, he's really been playing well.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
The 76ers trail by 11. George passes combing up. Back to George. He feeds it to Malone. 6 to shoot. For the 3. The shot by George, no good. The Bulls leading by 11. Outside Pippen. Robertson outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Robertson's got 9.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Malone kicks to George. Bird pulls it up. The 76ers with another miss.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And here's Robertson outside. From deep, Harden gets it to go. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls lead by 11. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.
This Friday, December 8th, the Orlando Magic go up against the Phoenix Suns. Live from Phoenix, big-time hoops coming your way.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Pippen. Lowry out there with Brook Lopez. And it's Williamson in at the power forward. The 76ers trail by 11. Harden outside. Kicks it to George. Lets it go with a 3. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Pippen's got his 3rd rebound tonight. It's tipped. Rozier guarded by Harden. Williamson, the pass to Lopez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lopez has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Chicago. 76ers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Harden kicks to George. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Zubek, the stupendous finish in traffic. The Bulls leading by 11. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Cabango, he's checked in for the Bulls. Robertson comes in for Kyle Lowry. Back to Lopez. Rozier. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Good. And the Bulls lead by 14.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
He dishes it to Bird. Shot clock at 6. Zubek. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The first one falls. Chicago making a switch here. good on the second, so he makes them both. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Ball's knocked loose. And George, here we go. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
There's the dish to Bird. To the paint. Zubek. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And that one's good.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
George gets a screen from Romeo. The shot by George, no good.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Rose here. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
The 76ers trail by 15. Back to George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 26 points.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Robertson outside. Rose here. Back to Robertson. Bulls from the top of the key. No luck.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
The pass roaming up. He kicks it to George. It's sent back by Pippen. But they get it back. Pass roaming up. Shoots the three. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Williamson. 3-on-3. Robertson outside. Pippen from deep. No good.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Bird misses.
Man, that's too bad. Easy shot there, and you got to knock that one down.
Well, that's a concentration cramp right there. I mean, just lost focus.
And Robertson backs down. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got his 5th assist in this one. Deucenu. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
Chicago leading by 13. Chicago calls timeout. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Williamson defended by Bowman. And again, no good by Chicago. The 76ers trail by 13. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Chicago leading by 10. Rose here, defended by George. Robertson kicks to Lopez. Back to Robertson. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by George. Now the 76ers on the break. George with the ball. Harden inside the three-point line. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Robertson kicks to Pippen. Back to Robertson. The feed to Lopez. He passes to Robertson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The 76ers trail by 10. Harden with it. Pass to George. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. George has got 16 here in the second half. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. This is to Robertson. Outside Pippen. From the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
Harden kicks to George. Roaming up. Malone left side. And that's good off the glass that time.
Yeah, very solid offensive execution out there.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Lopez, a screen on George. Malone comes with the double team. They need this one. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. .132 left in the fourth quarter. Uncovered. They grabbed their own miss. Nice defense from Williamson. Chicago leading by 7. Back to Lopez. Rose here. Feeds to Lopez. Outside Pippen. 5 on the clock. Robertson drives in. And again, no good by Chicago.
Man, I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Bird, defended by Williamson. Here's Malone. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Pippen, the pass to Williamson. Back to Pippen. Robertson left side. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 7. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes it, Kuminga. Outside, George. Money! And now they trail by just 4. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you've got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they need to draw something up here. I think they'll go for a quick 2. And if not, maybe break somebody free for a long three-pointer.
And they have to know they need to foul right after the shot goes in as well.
We got 22 seconds left in the game. Bird dishes to Malone. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Whoa, Nelly. Listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
That was huge, guys. Absolutely huge. Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on an 18-6 run. Lopez with the steal. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Harris pulling low. Off target from outside. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. 7 seconds left in the fourth. And here's George for 3. Off target. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Scottie Pippen.